4. This is Rest Unheard of. Welcome back, Facebook. This is Rest Unheard of. I know that life might be hitting your last nerve up. We made it to first and second base. We rounded third up. Some of y'all ain't resting because your boundaries is blurred up. Let's take a look at Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Listen to this in light of the whole idea of rest in your life. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. There's a time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Boundaries. There are certain seasons and certain times appropriate for different aspects of our life, and every person has a time that is appropriate for rest. But some of our rest is getting stolen. We're giving it over. We're giving it over to other people. We're giving it over to technology because anytime our phone pings, we are automatically solicited, right? We're giving it over, and sometimes we lack boundaries. So if you're one of those who's been watching these and you're asking the question like, yeah, this rest is really unheard of for me, I don't see how this is possible. You're going to have to recognize what time you're in. You're going to have to recognize when these appropriate times, like what I read from the word, when those times come, and you're going to have to set boundaries around them. You're just going to have to. You're going to have to learn to say no for the sake of yourself, for the sake of those whom you're called to serve. You're gonna have to say no. You're going to have to limit yourself. You're going to have to be disciplined. You're going to have to budget out your time. So let's talk about some tips. I want to talk about the medicine of laughter. A great way to address your emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental need for rest. It's all in one. The Bible says that laughter is medicine for the soul. Your body physically releases stress and tension when you laugh, and laughter brings rest. Laughter physically rests the body. It brings endorphins and joy to the mind. It's good for the heart. And after you've had a belly aching, tears, and please, I feel like I'm about to explode, laugh, you feel rejuvenated. Don't get it mixed up. When I discuss rest, I feel like the natural thought is just like laying around doing nothing, sleeping. Rest, by definition, true rest that you're needing includes being rejuvenated, regenerated, recharged, better afterwards, right? So it's not just laziness, it's not just idleness. You get up from rest empowered. Laughter. Laugh by yourself, laugh with a friend, pull up funny videos. You got the world at your fingertips on your device, pull them up and laugh. Call that friend that makes you laugh. Revisit that memory that has you crying. Laugh for rest. It's biblical. Tomorrow is the final day of Rest Unheard of. I won't leave you hanging. I will give you some information, and we're gonna do this thing.